Yo, what's good, bassheads? Listen, I know this is an impromptu live. If you're watching a replay, I'm gonna go on and tell you. After I'm done, I'll have timestamps or whatever down below. But here's the deal: I just found this dope app. I got turned on to it over the snowstorm, and I only played around with it just a little bit when I was in California on my phone. So it is available for iOS, Android, and a desktop version. I'm going to look at the desktop version today. Um, I'm going to say a couple of things here real quick. Totally unscripted. Number one, not just bass specific. This is, ear training is important for everybody. So just a fun little quick story I've shared before that once upon a time I was about this close to being an analyst with Pandora, which was headquartered in Oakland. And, a part of their interview process is ear training. Not ear training, but, somebody actually comes in, will play a guitar. At least that was you have to identify chord progressions and chords right there on the spot. And so when I was preparing for my in-person interview, I was like, man, my ears like they supposed to be. And so I did have an ear training app. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it was I would use it on my walks and things like that. So when I get turned on to a tool, I'm going to play around with this thing with you. That's sounded weird. I didn't mean for it to. I'm so immature today. Tiny, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Anyway, I want to explore the app. And I was recording a video and I was like, nah, I'm gonna just go live and just do that. Joe Geezer, what's the good word? What's happening? Y'all let me know where you're watching from. So I'm gonna just go on and get all the stuff out of the way. Right now, it is a iOS desktop and what I say, Android. You Samsung people, y'all. Hold on a second, man. I need to close my. Y'all can't be seeing my text. See, this is the problem with going live. You know what I'm saying? I might have some texts, that y'all don't need to be seeing. What was that boy that got caught? My name ain't Shannon Sharp. Or Seattle, Washington, London, UK. Welcome. Who was the dude, man? Was it Stephen A. Smith? Yeah, one of y'all know. Y'all tell me in the comments. Anyway, let's get the stuff I know you want to know out of the way. So there's a 25% off deal going on with this thing. I do have a link in the description, but don't worry about that right now. Tiny boy, you in Shreveport? You right up the street, Doc. You right up the street. Okay, focus. 4,000 exercises for all levels, intervals, scales, chords, cadences, melodies, rhythm, sight reading. It's all there. They use this in colleges. I know in the UK. I think this is a UK based app. Louisville, Kentucky. Boy, I had some fun in Louisville. Can't talk about none of it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I played the Railbird Festival there a few years ago. Perfect choice for music students, hobbyists, and professionals who want to improve their musical skill. Built-in courses for ABRSM, oral, and RCM voice. I have no idea what that means. Easy to use, motivating, and extremely efficient. So, now that we've done all that jazz, let's go on and dig into it. We're just going to dig into it in real time. I'll tell you, I have played around with this just a little bit. And so sit back. If you have time, you want to sit back, have some coffee, like I'm having some coffee, or your beverage of choice. One of these days, for you bourbon drinkers, those of you who drink bourbon, one of these days, we're going to have a bourbon hang. All right? Used to be gin. Not anymore. Tiny the truck driver. Okay, so beginner course. So A lot of this is using your voice, particularly. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all of these things. There's no way. But there are some things that I really want to show you that I think are super cool. But when we get into the beginner course, I'm going to just read this. A good musical ear is essential to being a good musician. It is therefore critical to train your oral skills and keep them in shape if you want to become a better musician. Now, I'm going to tell you, when I tell my story about starting off on bass guitar, particularly, first thing I learned how to do was make sure the bass was in tune, knowing how E, A, D, and G sounded, how the bass sounded in tune. And then what I would do is I would listen to stuff and then, you know, mouth. If my mother were still alive today, she could tell you stories about me getting, you know what I mean, getting used to my voice and matching pitches, you know, like that. It's ugly, and you're about to see more ugliness here in a second. But not being afraid of your voice is one of those really important things, and I'm going to show you. Pitch refers to the highness or lowness of a given sound, and its physical basis is how fast or slow a sound wave repeats. We're talking about frequency here, right? For example, the pitches played on a bass will sound lower, they will sound deeper than those played on a mandolin. So the vibrations of a bass string are slower, or any lower pitched instrument are slower than on a higher pitched instrument. All right, so probably old hat for some of you guys. We won't worry about pitch notation just yet. Instead, we will work on the most crucial oral skills, pitch matching. Man, let's get into it. I'm not scared of y'all. Microphone test. Oh, we got to configure the microphone. All right. So real quick, I have to show you something. So when I was recording the video, I was saying I was going to record the video for this, and I had to configure this, and then this came up. It was saying, yo daddy's iPhone 2 microphone. And here's the thing. One time I was in a coffee shop, and somebody was, I don't know what was happening, but if you've ever been somewhere and you don't have your settings right, somebody was just like airdropping me stuff. And I didn't realize that was a thing that people did. You know, it was like weird shit, right? And so I changed the name of all of my devices. So if I'm out somewhere, it's like, yo, daddy, I'm immature. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. This is the way I maintain my sanity. Okay. So you can see by these lines up here at the top that I've already done a bunch of exercises. So I can't go back and change those. It's picking up my microphone and play metronome during question. I'm not gonna fool around with none of that stuff. I'm gonna play the next do. Okay, gotta use my voice, right? And so it's telling me that I hit the pitch, and I know it wasn't pretty. I know it wasn't pretty. Let's go to the next do. Ah, look at that. Go me go. Perfect. Gold star. 5 stars. A for effort. We'll do one more. Do. Look at that. Won't he do it? Now, do. Just being able to hear a pitch, match a pitch with your voice, super duper valuable. It ain't always pretty, but when you stop being afraid of your voice, I'm telling you, miraculous things will happen. Let's move on to something else. So, I have not touched this. Introduction to pitch intervals. We're going to get into some other stuff as well. So when we see exercises like this, you get 2 intervals. This is a beginner level, okay? You get 2 intervals to choose from, right? And for those who don't know, an interval, it just means the space between 2 notes. So this is a note, that is a note. The interval is the space between those 2 notes. So for these exercises, is obviously going to ask, what is the larger of the 2 intervals? major second, obviously larger. Let's play another one. Don't shy away from basic things like this. Like Tiny, you're a truck driver. You know, if you've got something on this, like this on an app, when you're taking a break or something like that, you can just kind of play around with it. Let me know what games or what things that you guys fool around with on your phone when you're killing time. For me, it's something like this, or it is chess. I love to play the game of chess. Bro Theodore on chess.com. If you are so interested, I'm going to warn you, I am the reason they are still searching for Bobby Fischer. Not really, but I do like to say that. What I want, so this is the beginner's course, and this will take you through all in my exploration of this. In my exploration of this app so far, a lot of things that I've seen here are not unlike things that you would see even if you went to Berkeley, right? Or some prestigious music school. So a lot of this stuff. So now that's the beginner's course to get you started. Then we've got our, this is where the fun is. This is where the real fun is. So you've got interval comparison, interval identification, interval singing. That was another thing about that Pandora interview process was identifying. I think I said chords already, but identifying intervals and identifying like different inversions and things like that. So we've also got let's just peek around with each one of them. I don't want to skip around too much, but I also don't want to bore you to death. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments. But understand that this is my time as well to explore this app, right? And I just want to share. I want to share it in real time with you. So we've got in this first module, we'll get acquainted with perfect intervals. Perfect intervals have a characteristic sound that can be described as a solid, stable, or full, hence their name, which refers to a perfect consonance of both notes. I think that is having these descriptors is very important, and I'll tell you why. It's like with rhythms, for instance, or let's just say subdivisions of a beat. I find that they each have their own characteristic, and when you understand what that characteristic is, I'm not explaining this very well. It's almost like it's almost like a person that you see in your midst. If you go to there's a grocery store around the corner from me, and I don't really know a lot of the people's names that are there, but I recognize them when I see them, and then I get to know their names and stuff. So anyway, that's I think having this, being able to describe that a perfect interval sounds solid or stable is good. Let's continue. Use the audio examples to hear how each interval sounds. Okay, cool. Get you warmed up, get your ear warmed up. Listen, you ain't gotta click the link. If you want to try this out, try it out. They have a 25% off. Again, I'm just showing you. So I'm just gonna begin the see what the quizzes are like. Which is the larger. So the second one is an octave. So that's the larger of the two. Octave. Fifth. Fourth. Ooh, that's a perfect fourth. It's not a perfect fifth. Haha. Y'all might see me get tested today. It is what it is. Octave. Da da. So we're going between octaves and perfect fourths. Okay, pretty easy. We're gonna move on from that. We're gonna move on from that, and let's talk about how would you incorporate something like this into your busy schedule, your life, kids, partner, job, whatever. Just like this. Somebody asked me in a comment earlier today, about making the most of their practice time. I think that, I can make a whole video on this. But I think number one, when you have a goal and you'll have like material that you're learning, then material that you're practicing, and then there's stuff that you need to maintain. You understand what I'm saying? Like, ear training is something, your ears are something that you need to maintain. And I can tell you when my ears ain't working like they're supposed to work. So let's move on to you can do it while driving also, Tiny. Absolutely. Absolutely. So chord identification. Look. That was 12-year-old me right there that you guys just got a glimpse of. Look. Chord identification. We're just gonna touch on a little bit of everything. So I would take something like this and say, okay, if I want to get my ears together, let me give 5 minutes, 10 minutes to ear training a day. You know what I mean? And also not try to rush through them, but take your time, right? I'm jumping through them right now, but I would go through this very systematically, leaving no stone unturned. You dig? Reason for that, for those of you who don't know, I was a music teacher for 11 years. I worked in school systems a long, long time. And when I taught high school, I would always tell my kids, like, look, man, I don't care about no grades. I don't care about grades. The school makes me grade you. The state makes me grade you. I care that you learn, right? So don't be rushing through stuff. Let's problem solve and get to the heart of the matter. All right, anyway, here we go. Easy, major. It's major. B major. Minor. Major. Major. Minor. Minor. Major. This easy, minor. That's easy stuff, right? So I may not spend as much time on that. Let's look at, while we here. Don't let me get to showing off with no simple stuff. Let's talk chord inversions, right? Right? So the first inversion of the chord, right? You need 3 notes to have a chord. You need a root, some sort of a third, so that third would either be major or minor, and then you have a fifth of some kind. A fifth could be augmented or diminished or perfect, right? If we invert the first inversion, the third would be on the bottom, right? So for instance, in this example here, we have C, E, and G. In the first inversion, we would have E, G, and C. And then the second inversion, we would have G, C, and E. Right? So this is also going to be fairly easy. 9 questions. We're not going to do all 9. Incorrect. That was first inversion. Okay. Man, look, I got no shame. I need to work on this. I need to work on that. That's root position. First inversion. Dude. 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 Wow. Shame. 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 I'm just really. Ugh. Ugh. Not even. Ugh. Brother. Ugh. That's a 33% out of 29 questions. Obviously, I need to work on my inversions. Listen, if you come here, I told you, man, listen, I know a lot. I don't know everything. I'm not good at everything. Everything needs a little bit of, a little bit of polish from time to time. So, okay, so let's move forward. Oh, you know what? I didn't touch on interval identification. How did I cheat that? But are we singing? Okay, listen. That's a minor second. But listen to the closer notes are, the more dissonant they are. Crunchy. The farther away they are, the more consonant they are. Ooh, minor second. Okay, let's get away from that. Let's go to interval singing. See what that's all about. I did the test already. La. Ooh. Do, re. I wonder if you get, okay, because I had to sing do, re. I had to sing the root. Do, re. 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 Come on, man. Give me that. Re. Sing a major second up. Do, re. Re. I felt like I was getting cheated right there, bro. I really feel like I was getting cheated there. I feel like I was getting cheated there. I feel like I sang a major second there. Do, re. 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 Oh, come on. Do, re. Do, re, mi. Do, re. Oh, you gotta be in the. Okay, I wasn't in the right octave. All right, cool, whatever, man. All right, so we looked at the intervals. We looked a bit at chords. Let's look at chord progressions. Let's look at chord progressions and see what that's all about. Ooh, 5-1. 5 to 1 minor. Easy money right here. Easy money. What? Hold on a second. What was the question? The root of the key will be played before the progression. To establish the tonality in your mind, you need to sing a scale or a triad based on the root tone. Do I understand what the question is? I just jumped the gun is what it was. Okay, I just jumped the gun. So they're playing the octave to get you of the key center to get your ear locked into what the root is. All good. Okay. We're going to touch on scale identification real quick. The first 3 tones in the scale are the same. So talking about major modes. This is cool. This is cool. And, you know, apply this to your bass. You can play this along. I know this is written in treble clef. Don't trip. Lydian. Major, Ionian. Mixolydian. Mixolydian. Lydian, because you hear that sharp 4. Lydian. Ionian. Okay, cool. Let's see. How deep does that rabbit hole go, though? Because it obviously can't stop there. It can't stop there. I'm assuming that once you get, you know what? How many exercises were in there? So 15 questions. Mixolydian. I want to see what happens when you get past these if it goes to the minor modes. Lydian. 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 Fleas, what's up? Mixolydian. Ionian. Lydian. I just want to see what happens when we get through these 15 questions if it goes to the minor modes. Mixolydian. Ionian. Mixolydian. 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 Ionian. Ionian. Okay, now what I would expect now is to see minor modes available now. I don't get that. I don't get that because why do they have just... I'm going to have to experiment. I'm going to have to investigate that. So there are 3 major sounding modes in a major scale and 3 minor. Well, the 2, the 3, and the 6 are minor. The 7 is diminished. But I don't know why it didn't automatically take me into current lesson. Oh, here we go. Scales with a minor sound. All right, cool. So here it is. All of that stuff is right there. I knew that didn't seem right. So we have Dorian, natural minor, harmonic minor, and melodic minor. So harmonic minor is going to have a raise or natural 7. Oh, it says it right here. The first 5 tones are the same in natural, harmonic, and melodic minor and the Dorian mode. They all begin with a whole step, then a half step. The differences are the 6th and the 7th scale degree. This app, God dog it, I'm telling you, for those of y'all just joining, I'm just going to put the link down there below. I'm going to go on and co-sign on this. I just came into a relationship with Earmaster, but you are never going to see me push a product that I don't like or that I don't use or I have no intention of using. It's not going to happen. So that's why I'm here on this live, and I'm like, look, we're going to look at this thing. I'm going to use my own time to experiment with this thing, and I'm going to do it live so you can see what I'm talking about. So let's go back. Oh, no, I wanted to do that. So let's do this is going to be the same thing. I didn't even listen. Shame. Harmonic minor. Melodic minor. I knew that. Harmonic minor. That sharp 7 or natural 7. Not Dorian. Woof. One more. Can't go out like that. Come on, son. Oh. So this gets deep. This is the 2 pentatonic scales, major and minor. Come on, man. This is dope. Now, right now, for those of you joining, we looked at the beginner's course. So there's a course here, and then there's general workshops, and we're in the general workshops section. We're going to look at rhythmic sight reading. Now, let me give y'all some game, those of you who are still here. Reading music is not that hard. It really and truly is not. Rhythm is the tricky part. The pitches are, can be tricky, but the rhythm is the trickiest part. Get the rhythm down first, and it becomes easier. I didn't go to college until I was in my 30s. I didn't read music like for real until I was in my 30s. But it was stuff like this, man. And when I started reading, I started reading like everything I could get my hands on. I started reading. Do you need to know how to read? It depends. You don't have to read. Depends on what you want to do. I wanted to do a bunch of different things, so reading was a good thing for me. And I wanted to teach as well. And I wound up becoming a teacher, and I taught for 11 years. So there's that. Okay. The initial tempo is 90, but you can adjust it to suit your own learning process. It is better to practice slow, at a slow speed at first. I can read. Make also sure, that doesn't sound right. Make also sure that you are counting the beats while the question is being played so that you can keep track of where the notes are being played. Makes perfect sense to me. All right, so we're going to use the space bar for this and clap the rhythm. Let's see. Okay, record the answer. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, there's another part on here that I saw earlier that that shows like basic, getting you the basic pulse. The basis of reading, in my opinion, is going to be understanding the quarter note, because that's the pulse. That's the basic rhythmic value, right? It's showing 70% here because I was behind the beat. You see on these guys here, looks like I was behind the beat there. So it's saying you hit all the notes, but 14 notes had the wrong duration. 14 notes how to come to your house. Just kidding. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Bruh, my time is not that bad. Well, not that sloppy right now. Or is it? Or is it? Okay, let's go rhythmic clapback. Let's see what that's about. Rhythmic clapback, the initial tempo is 90, but you can adjust it. Blah, 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 blah. A rhythm is played and you clap it back. Okay. We're not gonna, that's easy money. We're not gonna. Rhythmic dictation. Okay, peep this. This is one that I played a little bit before. A rhythm is played and you transcribe it. Here's another thing about reading that I think gets missed a bit. This is what worked for me, may or may not work for you. It's what worked for me. The more you interface with written music, if in fact you want to be able to read music, the more you interact with it or interface with it, the easier it gets. And it doesn't matter where you see it. It's just easier. Okay. Transcribe the rhythm that was played. This is something I'm going to talk and then I'm going to forget the rhythm and I'll have to play it again. But this is one of the things that I distinctly remember doing in college. I distinctly remember doing this. Instructor would play a rhythm or clap a rhythm or something like that, and we'd have to write it down. This, early in the game, but still. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what I know we have there is a quarter rest and 3 quarter notes. I'm going to play my answer. 1, 2. And that is the correct answer. We'll do one more. That's like way too easy. I'm sure it gets harder. It must get harder. 2, 3, 4. So of course we're starting off. Of course we're starting on the basic level. So half note, 2 quarter notes. Wait, I didn't play my answer. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's cool. We're going to move on to some more. So there's rhythmic error dictation. I should mention, again, this is available on iOS. It's available on Android. I'm using, obviously, right now the desktop version. I would say this is, if you are not patient, if you are not committed to strengthening your ears, this is not going to be something that you're going to enjoy. If you are willing to like go in with a beginner's mind, and ear training is a thing that you want to do, but we've gone we're getting, there's a lot of dope stuff. Oh, you know what? So remember what I did? I messed up earlier when I was thinking about look at the progression of the lessons. So I said that this was, what did I say the price point of this was again? Hang on a second. I want to look at the price point of this one more time. Okay, so this is $39.60 for the first year at 40% off, $550 a month. I'm gonna say this is like worth way more than that. Way more than that. If you went to take a class or something like that, you're gonna pay way more money. Way more money. And this is structured really, really well. Ooh. Let's get into this, man. Melodic sight singing. So now that I know what I know now about this panel here, which I didn't know before, is like rhythmic sight reading. If I went here, that's 4 bars, quarter notes, includes rest. But if I click on that, I see the full list of the lessons that are in there. It's pretty dope. All right. Back to general workshops. No, wait. Just hang on a second. Okay, so this is the beginner. This is the baseline stuff. And I'm going to have to go back because I want to keep progressing with you guys. But there's some good stuff there. Okay, melodic sight singing. Do, re, three tones. Do, re, mi, do, re, mi, fa, do, re, mi, fa, do, re, mi, fa, so. Dude. Learn to sing or play melodies directly from the staff. Oh, I'm scared to even try that in front of people. I had a sight singing, I don't know if it was a sight singing class, but sight singing was definitely part of it. Jeffrey Miller at Cal State East Bay. And was it Jeffrey Miller that taught that class? I don't know. Oh, dude, I used to hate that class. I used to hate that class because you had to like sing in front of people. Like for real. You know what I mean? Like for real. And one time we had an assignment and I had to pick a song, and I sang Bobby Darin's "Somewhere Beyond the Sea." Somewhere beyond the sea. Anyway, in the first lessons, there is no rhythm involved, so you only need to focus on pitch. In addition, we will stay in the key of C. It is not easier to hear or sing tones in the key of C, but it is far easy. It is I swear to God I can read. But it is by far the easiest key in which to learn to read and transcribe music notation. Why? There are no sharps and no flats. The melodies in this lesson and in the following 5 lessons contain 3 notes. In this lesson, the tones used in the melodies are do and re. Do, re. Please set the tone naming to movable do in the exercise options. I wonder what that means. Please set the tone naming to movable do in the exercise options menu, as all descriptions and titles in the melodic lessons using this system. I don't know if I understand that. There are 2 movable do options. If in doubt, choose do-based. I'm confused. You can call it what it is. You can access exercise this should be a bourbon live. I should be drinking bourbon out of this cup right now. You can access the exercise options with the button in the top right corner of the exercise screen. Do. Okay, we're just making sure our thing is, it said movable do. Movable do. I don't know what that means, bro. Okay. Tone naming, movable do. You know what? It's already there. So I'm not gonna worry about it. It's already there. You see it? Movable do. Okay. Sing. Oh man. Oh man. I need the establishing key is what I need. Are you going to play it? Do, re, re. Was it because I was flat? Was it because I was flat? Is that what it was? Okay. is that what we're supposed to be doing? Do, re, do. Come on, me. I got this. But I'm sure it's going to get harder, and then I'm not going to have it. Do. Do, re, do. All right, cool. We get the gist of that. And obviously that's going to get more, that's going to get more, Now, listen. This we're entering into like singer territory, vocal training territory. But and if you want to see how far the rabbit hole goes, here you go. Here you go. There's two things, though. There's two things that I swear by. Number one is that learning even basic piano going to make you a better musician all around. And being able to, being friendly with your voice and being able to use your voice is also going to make you a better musician. That's been my experience. I swear by it. So let's do the current lesson melody sing back. We're just going to go for it. Man, I ain't going to read nothing. Configuration is already good, so we'll skip that. Do, re, do. I really like this. Do, re, do. Okay, a little. Oh. What? Do. Let me try that again. Okay, so that's where I screw. That's re, do, re. It heard me sing the pitch, but I didn't sing the solfege right. Re, do, re. A little flat. Yeah, man, this is cool. And of course, we got all those lessons there. Oops, I meant to go to general workshops. Melodic Dictation I ain't done this in a while. But it's only 3 notes. How hard could it be? Do, re, do. Do, re, do. Submit the answer. Re, do, do. Boom. All right, so here's my final verdict on this guy. Here's my final verdict on this. When it comes to and also I should say that Songmaster and Earmaster are not related. They are different companies. With Songmaster, when I use Songmaster, and I'm going to talk to them about what the likelihood of a tablet app version would be, but who knows? But with this, I don't think I would sit down necessarily at my computer and do this. I would use this on the go. This is one of those, one of those things I would use during a brain break or something like that. Like I said, the other time waster that I have on my phone is chess. I love playing chess. Bro Theodore on chess.com. If you want to come get this smoke, I'm telling you. But this, I could definitely even see, watching a movie and maybe not watching a movie, but Um, iOS, Android, desktop. I believe for, what did I say this was? Where did I say this was? Yeah. So I just left a link down in the chat, and there's also a link in the description of this live where I think for $40 a year, $5.50 a month, I'm not pushing you into this. If you're not going to be, diligent and serious about your ear training, don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. As far as it being an app that I feel comfortable attaching my name to, yes, absolutely. 4,000 exercises for all levels. Look at that. I wasn't hip to that. So there's obviously some things. If there's a guitar fretboard diagram, there's also a bass one as well, I'm sure. So I haven't even explored that part of it yet. So then we got all the ear training, sight singing, rhythm training, monitor your progress, sing and clap your answers, functional ear training, cloud sync. So personal. And so if you were a school and you were using this, look at this. Let me read this right quick because I wasn't hip to this. We injected some AI into Earmaster. The app analyzes your performance in real time and adapts the content and length of the current exercise accordingly. Come on, son. That is dope. If you are doing really well, the lesson will stop early. But if you are struggling a bit, it will be extended with additional questions to make sure that you fully grasp it. Come on, AI. Come on, Steven Spielberg. I don't know why I said that. I know why I said that because back in the day, if something was like really hip, Steven Spielberg with Star Wars and all that, we'd be like, come on, Steven Spielberg, because you just assume that Steven Spielberg was behind everything that was really cool. That is dope. I really, really like that. Ernie LeBlanc, what's up? It's good to hear specifically that the key of C is easier to learn. Oh, most deaf. The key of C is easier to learn. Paperwork, blue screen. Yeah, so as far as me co-signing on this app, yeah. Again, these are, you can invest in whatever, but we still got to put some work in. We still got to put a little bit of work in. I like this a lot. I really like the way that it's set up. It's really clean. Again, would I personally use this on my desktop? Probably not, because I'm doing so many other things on my desktop. I walk a lot. I try to get me about 5 miles a day at least. So this would be something that I would maybe do on a walk. So I'm going to explore it more on my phone. But if you have it, like if you have the subscription, that's the cloud sync. Whatever you do on your computer syncs to your phone. So that's good. And vice versa. So anyway, man, I really appreciate y'all spending this hour with me going through this app. I think it's dope. I'm really pleasantly surprised. I don't want to say surprised, but I guess I am. Because, you think that I like it. I like it a lot. So, there's a lot of stuff here. You know what? Let me I'm about to get off with y'all, but I want to test myself a little bit more. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Let's see. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. Let's see if your boy still got it. Let's see. Let's see. Woof. Oh, no, no, no. I don't want to do the dictation. I want to do the singing. I want to do the singing, friend. That's what I want to do. But I don't want to do... I want to do the singing, my friend. Let's go. Let's go. So we can skip this. Skip. Biddy-doo-da. Mi, re, do. Let's see what we got. Oh, wait. Do, re, mi, do, mi. I'm shaming my old professor. Shaming. Mi, re, mi. I haven't exercised this muscle in some time. Mi, re, mi. Let's do one more. Do, re, mi, fa, fa. You know what? I'm going to stop now because I'm about to embarrass myself. So what I can do is like I can match the pitches, right? But I'm trying to match the solfege as well. And obviously that's something that I need to review myself. Oh, it's been a minute. That muscle is rusty, boy. It's rusty. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate you. I appreciate you kicking it, hanging out with me for a little bit. I really dig this app. If you want to check it out, I think there's like 25% off going on right now. So let me know what you think. All right, if you're going to copy it. But I will catch you guys next time. Next Wednesday, we are looking at Jermaine Jackson. On how this groove works, we're looking at Jermaine Jackson's Let's Get Serious. And if you come by, I have a really fun story of an encounter that I had with Jermaine Jackson. I don't like the way that sounds. No, not like that. I met Jermaine Jackson when he was out promoting that album. Why am I so silly today? Maybe lay off the caffeine. All right, my friends, I'll catch y'all next time. Peace. 2 fingers.